Funniest thing professor's ever done during class was he told me a story about him disciplining his son that no one else in the class knew was his son. And so he was enrolled in the class, just a regular student, but then he comes up and smacks him on the back of the head, and every other student in the class just looks astounded, thinking that they're going to be next, but turns out it was his kid, and he drove him home the next day, complaining that he hit him harder than he was expecting to. But I don't know, thought that was funny.
I was in my energy and natural resources class, and we were like arranging the tables into groups, and so some of the tables were like messed up to where like you couldn't really walk around the room, and our professor tried to jump over one of the tables and he tripped and he fell on the ground in front of the whole class, and so everyone laughed at him and made a fool of himself type of thing. So yeah, it was pretty funny.
I had one professor who, whenever he wrote on the chalkboard, his entire body would shake.
Funniest thing a professor has ever done was actually in the middle of lecture, taking out some pillows, and I remember Professor Mano comes in and just tries to bash on Joe White with the pillow, and Joe White just tries to bash back, and they're just literally having a pillow fight in the middle of lecture. Once it's done, he just leaves, and then he explains that they're doing this pillow fight thing.
She was like, can you name one president? And of course, yeah, simple. I was like, yeah, I can name a president. I sit there, whole class is looking at me. I answer, I was like, okay, yeah, President Harriet Tubman. And then everyone in the class just starts cracking up, and I realized, I was like, wait, I did not mean that. She was like, oh my God. She's like, I hope you didn't mean that. And I was just like, I didn't, I swear. I was like, Harriet Truman, I swear, swear, swear. And everyone's laughing at me, and she's like, I'm writing that next to your name so that I remember. The girl thought Harriet Tubman was a president. So I had her again for the next class, and the next class, she was reading the roll, she reads Jessica, I raise my hand, I go, that's me. First thing she says is, Harriet Tubman, and I was like, oh no.